Santa Claus no Takarabako is a game that leaves me speechless. And that's why I have to do this voiceover. Okay, where do we begin? This is the Nintendo NES we all know and love in Europe. And this is the Nintendo NES in Japan. They call it the Nintendo Famicom. Nintendo renamed and redesigned the system for the American and European market because the video game crash really got them spooked. In 1986, Nintendo released the Famicom Disk System add-on in Japan. This add-on, that is exclusively for the Japanese Nintendo Famicom, used large yellow discs that often contained game data on both sides. Santa Claus no Takarabako, what translates into Santa Claus his treasure chest or toy box, is one of those large yellow discs, exclusively for the Famicom Disk System. You see, we are getting somewhere with this backstory. This is how the Famicom Disk System add-on starts up. Most of you probably never saw this, so I'm letting you guys enjoy it. Merry Christmas to you from me. This is how this obscure Christmas game begins, and I'm using the term game loosely here. Let's press start. At the main menu, we can see that this game was released in 1987. It got developed by Musicplan, never heard of those guys, but the publisher Data East is well known for their NES and pinball games. We have two choices here at this main menu, Xmas card and party games. Let's start with the Xmas card. Remember that strange intro? That was actually a Christmas card. Yeah, no kidding. This game is a virtual Christmas card on a Nintendo disc. By pressing Xmas card on the main menu, you can personalize this virtual card. You have 5 main options for your digital Christmas card. Message, Screen, Santa, Run, and Save. The option Message speaks for itself. You can write a short message for a loved one. The option Screen allows you to change the music and the background of the Xmas card. By the way, the music is really great because it uses the special music chip from the disk system. The option Santa allows you to change the Santa a little bit. And finally, the options Run and Save. Run is a test run of the Xmas card. It allows you to see if everything is the way you wanted it to be. If that is the case, you can use the Save option. So, this game was actually a virtual Christmas card that you could personalize and ship to someone that you loved and was into video games. But there are also games on this virtual Christmas card, so let's check those out. Okay, so you have to excuse me. Since when did Santa become a high-stakes gambler?
Ho ho ho, I'm putting all my money on red.
Okay, so Santa the high stakes gambler is playing bingo, dice, the slot machine, and roulette. So, what is the quality of these games? Well, check this out. Bingo is just bingo. You push a button and it calls a number, and it goes on and on and on. Is the roulette game any better? Nope. It's just pushing a button and just waiting what it says. Is it red, blue? It's boring, man. I have to admit that I like the slot machine a little bit. It is still pushing one button, but it is a lot more fun than the other two games. Wow! Not normal dice, but poker dice! Get me out of here. So, I'm going to start writing my own Christmas cards now, the classic ones. My final thoughts, well, it's easy to start bashing, and I did that a little bit. But on the internet these days, reviewing stuff, it's all about crap and shit. But to be honest, this game had potential. I mean, the NES cards were expensive back in the day, but those floppy disks were pretty cheap, so it was affordable to ship them to a lot of family and friends and other gamers back in the day. But for me, they really blew it with the gambling and the Christmas combination. I mean, that's so bizarre and so weird. Maybe it is a tradition in Japan, or it's normal, but here it's not. So that's real bizarre. So that blew it for me. But this game had potential, and if you look at the 8-bit Xmas cards that are, I don't know, they're hype. But they are popular. The 8-bit Christmas cards for the NES, those reproduction games with Christmas greetings and Christmas games on them. So this really had potential, but it is lost in obscurity. It is lost in Japan, and I just dug it up, and I'm gonna start digging for some other crazy stuff, and you should do that too. Start digging, because there are a lot of fun and interesting games out there that are lost in obscurity, and this was one of them. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm leaving you with my Christmas greetings. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.